Those of you know my military background, I served 10 years. I've been to Iraq, I've been to Iran, I've been to Syria, and coincidentally, I find myself in Springfield. So it's been quite the adventure. But I will say that as a combat officer in Iraq, there's one thing that I've learned. It's you may be the leader of soldiers, young men and women, old men and women in combat, but it's the soldiers that actually do the work. And today I want to honor some of our soldiers that we have here today in the Illinois State Senate. Everyone knows our Sergeant-at-Arms, Joe Dominguez, Craig Miller, our photographer. We have Jim Mitchell, one of our doormen, Art Wilson, our doorman, Johnny Watts, our doorman, Felice Canizades, Dwayne Mullaney, one of our legislative assistants, and one of our staff policy members who is the cream of the crop, and I'm just going to brag because he was the honor graduate at Drill Sergeant School when he went to that. Dylan Santanini, where's Dylan at? Dylan is a hero, and I know that without our soldiers, the people who actually do the work here in the Senate on a day-to-day basis, this machine wouldn't run as efficiently as it runs. And I was just hoping, Madam President, will you just give them a brief round of applause just to say thank you for their service as our staff members. Madam President, I just want to make some brief remarks on Veterans Day, and it has to deal with what I consider to be the decisive battle. A decisive battle is where two opposing forces meet face to face until defeat or surrender. Winning this type of battle requires amassing an extraordinary amount of resources, having sufficient amount of soldiers, sailors, airmen, or Marines who are willing to stand their ground and fight with the unwavering support of their families, their communities, and their country. It requires a commitment. It requires loyalty by those that serve alongside them, and each and every person who supports them. That commitment includes the possibility and understanding of the ultimate sacrifice may be necessary to provide for the overall good and the well-being of others. That commitment of sacrifice is like no other. It's special because it's selfless. It's selfless because there's a requirement of loyalty. A loyalty to a piece of paper, that being our Constitution. It's not a religion, it's not a dictator, but to the bedrock values and principles that apply to each and every citizen, and is the sole reason why those that serve are willing to fight. And as an aging combat veteran, I will tell you that loyalty goes a little bit deeper than just the Constitution. Loyalty. There is a loyalty to each service member who you fight alongside with, similar to a lot of things we do here in this chamber. Whether you're an Army soldier or a Devil Dog Marine, when everything's on the line, when the rockets and the bullets are flying around you, and when you're tired or scared, or when you're hungry or homesick, we know that our fellow brother or sister in arms will be there right alongside us. We know that our brother and our sister will not waver. So as we approach this Veterans Day, Madam President, I ask that we all reflect on these two principles, commitment and loyalty. I hope that we all in this chamber are able to reflect on that statement, and that when everything's on the line, are you willing to go to battle or be ready to support your brother and your sister in arms in their time of need? That's why Veterans Day is very special. It's why we should thank a veteran for their service, because when all the chips are down and everything is on the line, they were willing to serve selflessly, with commitment and loyalty to each and every citizen and for our country.
Thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to keep up to date with news from the caucus. For more information on what the senator is working on, you can follow them on social media using the links in the description below.